Hello again, beer fans. Today we are here with another macro special, Coors Light. Yes, the silver bullet. And as you can tell, in case you were wondering, so you can see the light blue is super cold, and I believe those mountains, you can argue with me, say it is super cold. So we are done with the first gimmick. The first gimmick says, this can is cold enough to drink. The second problem, let's see if we can get this open. It's kind of hot, so I'm sweating. So this should be the perfect time to drink Coors Light, which is supposed to be a refreshing beer. So we're pouring. And here we go. So, very light head. That's about as rapidly evaporating a head as you are ever going to see, folks. Impressive. Here we go. We'll keep pouring it. Got a nice tall glass. This is a huge silver bullet can. So, we've got it in here. So there's the beer. I'm in awe of how the head has just disappeared. Look at that. There is no head there at all. That's impressive. It's possibly something about the light lager, or something particular about Coors Light, but that is unique. If you've watched other beer reviews, you've noticed you don't normally get a head quite like that. Soda. Very beer drink. The beer flavor is hidden in there somewhere. This is a chug beer. I mean, there is just absolutely no flavor, almost. Which isn't a bad thing on a light beer, because sometimes light beers flavors are not particularly nice. What you've got here, pop. The main sensation is carbonation. This is highly carbonated. Coors really advertises their water, and I've told the story before, I think, that once Anheuser-Busch sent water to my school, and when we didn't have water, our water mains had broken, and Anheuser-Busch sent water to the school, and so it was the water that they brewed Bud and Bud Light from, and it tasted horrible. I mean, it was the worst tasting water you'd ever imagine. Coors always says they're walking around in fresh water. Whether or not that's true or not, I don't know, but that tastes like it comes from probably fairly decent water. Not spring water, of course, but probably good tap water. And very carbonated. I mean, the beer flavor is so subtle. I mean, you just get this little wisp of sour. It's so minor, it's almost hard to even describe it. And then aftertaste is slight beery, not stale, as we described Old Milwaukee. Just this, it's a beer-ish kind of flavor. I mean, absolutely remarkable how little is going on here. But again, for a light beer, that makes this very drinkable. And fairly, a beer, this might be your light beer of choice, because again, nothing offensive here. It's just like beer flavored pop. If you can imagine that. and better than pop, because pop is too sweet. I mean, I would rather drink Coors Light than a Coke, probably, because it's just too damn sweet. It's hot as hell in my apartment right now, and so this is kind of hitting the spot. There is so little flavor here. So let's talk about the gimmicks. Vented wide mouth can to let in more air. This supposedly lets you chug it more. I don't know. Is it possible that the vented wide mouth can is why the head behaves so crazily? I don't know. If we could look inside the can, we would see, well, where is it? There's the wording. The Frost Brewed Liner. This is supposed to keep the beer colder longer. How, no one knows. There is the famous Silver Bullet. This was a nickname given to it. This contrasts it with Coors' much more flavorful Banquet, which is their traditional lager, American adjunct lager, which I reviewed, but wasn't able to post it. Something went wrong. I will review it again because I think it may be of the macro adjuncts the best, and so I do want to review that. Much like of the macro lights, this might be the best. Course certainly has its place. I mean, this is a very drinkable, chugging beer, non-offensive, refreshing kind of drink. Not very flavorful, but nothing bad happening here. Again, while obviously it's not watered down, as I've explained before, beer is never watered down. There's no point in the brewing process where Coors tastes strong. It's the rice and the corn and various things that are cutting the flavor. This tastes like improved kind of tasting water with some extra benefits from the alcohol. So this is water you can get drunk off of, and that's not a bad thing. I mean, but this is the closest, I mean, really, to pure, flavorless beer I've ever had. It even tops Budweiser in that category. Doing wizard staff, doing whatever, chugging, this is a great choice for that. It's a little pricey for chugging, of course. I mean, again, this is the same price range as Budweiser, Bud Light. And so, as opposed to, say, Natty, which, yes, sadistic sadist that I am, I will eventually get to Natty, and Keystone, and all those. And Pabst, for instance, which we reviewed the other day, this is pricey. This is going to cost you quite a bit more. So $4 for 64 ounce, $3 for 64 ounces of Pabst. For a 6-pack of Coors, which is 72 ounces, you're going to pay about $5.89 where I'm at. And so that's quite a substantial price increase. Same price point as Bud, which in the 4-can price, the 416-ounce can. Coors doesn't come in that range. Bud is $4.89. So this is about 50% more expensive than Natty. So it's a little expensive for a chugging beer. But if you feel like going pricey while you're chugging, this really would be a great choice. So, again, if you know its place and you don't want a flavorful beer, Coors is recommended. If you want to have a beer that you're going to enjoy drinking, you're going to concentrate on this beer and you're going to enjoy it, Coors is not your choice. This is not a good beer by that standard. That's all I have to say for now. I will see you later.